the need to say that the US was not going to abandon the region?
Because there's been a sense, at least since the US withdrew from Afghanistan, and some of the administration officials have been making clear that they're going to be focusing more on Russia and China rather than on deploying troops to the Middle East. That created a lot of anxiety among many of America's allies, notably those sitting there in the summit. And hence it was important for the American president to make clear that America is not going anywhere. If anything, America is reprioritizing. But if anything, withdrawing from Afghanistan will free more resources for the Gulf region and the Middle East.
Let's not forget, of course, what Biden has called Saudi Arabia in the past. He's called it a pariah state. Nevertheless, he has gone there at a time in which the US is looking to shore up its supplies of energy.
Absolutely. So I think there is a national interest here. And Biden is not hiding it. He's making it very clear that he's there to serve American national interest, even if it is at the expense of human rights, whether it's human rights of Saudis, Egyptians, Palestinians, or whoever. But be that as it may, America comes first, America is first, and hence he is eager to reassert America's influence in the region, reshape old alliances with the likes of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Egypt, Iraq, and so on and so forth, and make clear that America is reprioritizing, but it's not going anywhere. My fear is, while he's getting some of his mission accomplished, what we're seeing slowly but surely is basically the evolving of a Cold War in the Middle East, with Iran, Russia, and China on the one hand, the United States, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, Egypt, and Israel on the other hand.
And one thing that also has dominated this summit in Jeddah also are to do with the Palestinian situation, without a doubt. It's the elephant in the room. It's what unites all the GCC leaders along with their regional partners. But of course, you know, shortly after Biden left Israel, there were these rocket attacks from Gaza. What sort of tone do you think Biden's presence in the Middle East has set? What sort of problems has it reignited?
Look, I think during the summit, we've seen the Emir of Qatar probably articulate the best possible position about double standard. And he's basically spoke about international law, international norms, and international values. And he said we need to be consistent about the applications of these so-called international values, laws, and norms. And it couldn't be simply applied somewhere but not applied elsewhere. It couldn't be applied in Ukraine but not applied in Palestine. So Palestine really came to life by all speakers in the summit today. But I think the Emir of Qatar put it very clearly when he said, basically to the American president, we can't accept Israel expanding illegal Jewish settlements instead of advancing peace settlement in Palestine. And I think the message to a lot of the presence there were, you know, the Abraham Accords, in the end of the day, they are not used as leverage against Israel in order to pressure it to bring a solution to Palestine. If anything, it is leaving the Palestinians with very little hope that their occupation will be ending anytime soon.
All right, Marwan Bashar, Al Jazeera senior political analyst. Thank you.